Hello everybody, welcome back to the video series lecture of PPS, and that is Programming for Problem Solving. My name is Jinal Jhala and I am your instructor of this subject. In previous video we had already started our 9th module, that is Dynamic Memory Allocation, and already we had learned some different functions which are used for memory allocation and deallocation. So today in this video lecture we are going to see practically that how we can build a program using these all the function. So just see the definition that demonstrate the use of DMA function for finding sum of n elements. Means if I am enter n is equal to 5, then our output is like 5 different elements sum. So let's start with header file. So first of all here we have to include two header files. First header file is hash include stereo.h and second header file is stdlib.h. Why? Because the functions for DMA are available in this library. So compulsory you have to include this library. Now for finding a sum, how many variables are required here? So first of all I am taking one data type, that is integer, and one variable sum is equal to 0 is required. Then second we have to take loop because here we have to enter more than one element. So I variable is for loop, then n elements we have to enter. So one n is also required, and for allocation and deallocation one pointer variable is also required. So I am declaring one pointer, that is asterisk ptr. Now our very first step is to enter the value of n. So I am writing printf enter n, then scan the value of n. So scanf %d ampersand n. Now our next task is to assign the memory to our pointer. We can use malloc function or calloc function. First we will see malloc function. So write your pointer name, that is ptr, equal to, then after cast type. So here I want to store integer number, that's why I am writing integer and asterisk. Then after our function name, that is malloc, and in bracket we have to allocate number of bytes. So if your n value is 5, then you have to allocate total 5 into 2 means 10 bytes. So I am writing here n into size of int, means it will take bytes according to the value of your n variable. Now first of all when you execute this statement, particularly it will check that in heap section memory is available or not. So first of all we have to write one condition that memory is available. If yes, then and then we can do any operation. But suppose our heap section is full and memory is not allocated to your pointer, then in this case one message will be displayed that memory is not allocated. So I am writing one if condition for cipher side, that ptr is equal to null. If yes, then just print the message that memory is not allocated. Memory is not allocated. And one more function use here, that exit 0. What do you mean by exit 0? Successfully terminate the program by printing just this message. But it will not possible all time, memory will be available. So now we have to do our operation. So next operation is to enter the elements. So I am writing one printf function that enter elements, and if my n value is 5, then I want to enter 5 different elements. So now we have to use loop. So just use for loop, and I is equal to 0 and I less than n, I plus plus. Now I want to scan, so write the scanf, and for integer element write the control string %d, and how we can write here, so our pointer name is ptr, so ptr plus I. Now what do you mean by ptr plus I? So when malloc function will execute, suppose in memory 2000 location is free, so 2000 address will be allocated to our pointer ptr. So first value I am enter, that is stored at 2000 location. Now I want to increment my pointer variable, that's why it will go to the next position, that is 2002. Then after our third element at 2004, then 2006. In this way we have to enter one by one. So when I am writing ptr plus I, so initially our I value is 0. So ptr plus 0 means particular 2000 location. Then I will be increment, so I become 1. So our next value will be stored at ptr plus 1, means our pointer will be increment and it will enter the value at next position. Then after again your I value increment, then p plus 2, means in this way we can increment our pointer ptr. And we can also write sum here, so I am writing sum is equal to sum plus star ptr plus I. Now why I am using asterisk ptr? Because when you write simple ptr, then it will indicate as a address of particular memory. But when you want to print the value at particular address, then compulsory you have to use asterisk symbol, that is dereferencing operator. Now after completion of loop, our output is sum. So just print the value of sum. Printf sum is equal to %d, comma, variable name, that is sum. Now when our sum answer will be displayed, then this memory we have to release by using free function. So I am writing free and in bracket our pointer name, that is ptr. So in this way we can write the whole code. Now compile the program. So errors warning 00. Run the program. So enter n. I am enter n is equal to 5. So I can enter 5 different elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our output is sum is equal to 15. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 15. Now check for another value. Enter n. So I am entering 3. So now I can enter 3 different values. I am entering 2, 3 and 4. So sum is equal to 9. 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 9. So the same functionality which we have already done in static memory allocation, we can do here using dynamic memory allocation. Now if you want to use calloc function, then just change in the statement here, instead of malloc we can write calloc, and here instead of multiplication just write the comma, because in calloc function you have to pass 2 different parameters. So this is the program which we can use using calloc. How? Let's compile first, error warning 00 and run the program. So enter n. I am enter n is equal to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So sum is equal to 15. Same answer we can get here using calloc function. So these 3 functions we have already seen. Now let's see how we can use reloc function. So for reloc function, I have to use one another variable, and here instead of n I am writing n1 and here I am writing n2. n1 is my old size for pointer and n2 is new size for pointer, and instead of n here first write N1 and enter old size. So first of all, when this N1 will execute, we can enter one value of N1. Suppose I am enter 5, then 5 into size of int means 10 bytes will be allocated to our pointer PTR. So just print the address here. I am changing this printf that old address is of pointer PTR, and sum is not required here. I want to print the address, so printf n. For print the address, our control string is %u because memory address is always starting from 0. That's why we have to use unsigned integer, and 1/n PTR plus I. Now same thing we have to write here for new address, and here instead of n just write N1. So I am copy this whole code, Control C, Control V, and instead of old just write new address, and instead of N1 write N2, but for N2 you have to write one scanf function, and this sum is not required. So like N1, just scan the value of N2. Control C, Control V, here enter new size and N2. Now here we can use our relog function. So how we can write? Just write a pointer name, then relog function. So relog, in bracket pass two parameters, one is a pointer and second is a new size. So our new size is N2. So I am writing N2 into size of int. So start with very first, here sum is equal to 0, not required. So first of all, my definition is like first I am entering N1 as a old size. Suppose N1 is equal to 5, then by using this pointer we can access 5 different addresses, right? Then if I want to reallocate the same pointer, suppose I am enter N2 as a new size is equal to 10, then by using this pointer we can access 10 different addresses. Or suppose I want to decrease the size of my pointer, then it is possible. So I am declaring 4 different variables, one I for loop, N1 as a old size, PTR is our pointer, and N2 is our new size. So first of all enter your old size. So I am entering N1 value and then assign the memory using either malloc or calloc. Here I am assigning memory using calloc function, and check the condition that your pointer is not null, then we can use the memory address. And first of all print old addresses of pointer PTR and use the for loop. Here I is equal to 0 and I less than N1, and printf %u and PTR plus I. Now I want to change the size of my pointer. So one printf is there that enter new size, then scanf %d ampersand N2. Now use the relog function here, that PTR is equal to realloc and new size. Now compile the program. Errors warning 00. Run the program. Enter old size. Suppose I am enter 5. So here you can see that 5 different addresses are printed here. Now enter new size. Suppose I am enter 10. So here you can see that 10 different addresses are printing here. So by using relog function we can increase or decrease memory. Let's see one more example. Here old size is suppose 4. So 4 different addresses are here. Now new size, suppose I am entered 2. So only 2 addresses are printing here, means now our new size of pointer PTR is only 2 different addresses we can access it. So in this way we can write the program using dynamic memory allocation. Hope guys you understand this practical session very well. If you have any query then you can contact me. We will see in next video. Till then take care. Bye bye. Thank you.